Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. I found a quiet moment on day 3 of 9th Cloud Expo, Silicon Valley, to snatch Robert Miggins and make sure I hear about a Z thing that he's launching, actually has already launched here at Cloud Expo.
It launched, yeah, we launched ZuniCore 3 days ago on the first day of the show. And love to talk to you about it.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. All right.
Acclimatized.
So we've, we're very pleased to announce ZuniCore, which is the public cloud product and division of Pure One Hosting. And we've been working on it for really hard for the past 6 months. We launched here at Cloud Expo 3 days ago. And we're, super happy to be here. This is literally the perfect audience for us.
Super happy is a lovely word. We like to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's great so far. The reason why is because the audience here is already so informed about cloud, all things cloud. So when you're trying to explain what makes us different, you can skip through all the
They want to get right to it. Show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's been great.
A lot of the vendors are saying that, this is so good. We have something. So we're doing very well, and they're looking, perhaps there are a couple here who don't yet have anything. It's not working so well for them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've gotten great interest so far. This is our coming out party. So we're trying to create awareness and tell people what we're all about.
Very strong brand, ZuniCore, and the fact that I just like the name. That's a really good, strong name. So let's unpack it. How do you contradistinguish it from everybody else?
Sure, absolutely. So ZuniCore is the brand name. Actually, for the branding folks out there, we chose not to use the word cloud in the name. We kind of felt like that's played out.
Probably smart.
Yeah. Now underneath the tagline or strapline is professional cloud control. Okay. And so our target market, it's a public cloud infrastructure as a service offering from a hosting company. Our kind of USP is we want to make the cloud easy for business professionals. And we use the word control because we think there are elements of ZuniCore that deliver a greater level of control into the hands of the user than you might get at another large public cloud player. So for instance, at most of the other large cloud players, when you buy something, you buy a VM, you buy an instance. Right. And you might choose small, medium, large, quadruple, extra large. You have to fit into their model. Instead, at ZuniCore, what we do is we provision a pool of resources, a cloud resource pool in your name. So depending on the type of project you're trying to accomplish, you might say, I need 6 CPU cores, I might need 10 gigs of RAM, and I might need 100 gigs of SAN storage space. We would provision an account in your name and a resource pool in your name, and then we give you a tool to manage that pool. So we call it a pool and a tool. And we believe that's better than just simply a VM. So you might take that tool and create one very large VM to consume all of the resources in that pool, or you might create multiple VMs, one large one and several small ones within your resource pool. And we believe it gives the user greater control and greater flexibility than simply kind of the one-size-fits-all kind of cookie-cutter approach that you get elsewhere.
Yeah, it sounds very appealing. I love the slogan, but the technology behind that sounds like good choices.
Yeah.
Who are you hearing that most from? What kind of customer? What size are they going to be?
Sure. We're targeting, ZuniCore is kind of launched for interactive agencies as kind of our primary target market. So for instance, if you're a marketing firm and you have multiple clients, you might create one resource pool with several VMs within it for one client. And you can create, and based on the application you're building for them, perhaps, it might need lots of RAM but very little CPU. So you can custom configure a resource pool exactly to that client's needs. So it makes the interactive agency capable of telling their client, you're not paying for anything you don't need. Right. This is custom tailored for you. And then the very next client might have very different needs. You would create a separate resource pool for that client. So it works really well for interactive agencies. It also works really well for other hosting resellers. So folks who don't want to go build a cloud and they would just like to resell somebody else's cloud, it's perfectly tailored for them as well.
It sounds very cool. I know that you want to focus on ZuniCore, but let's just undergird it with, the parent. Just tell somebody who maybe isn't familiar with Pier 1 or has taken it for granted.
Yeah.
Let's just fill them in quickly.
Sure. So Pier 1 Hosting, we're a publicly traded in Toronto. We're based in Vancouver. We're publicly traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange, hosting company. We have 18 different data centers all over the world, and primarily in North America and in the UK. And in between and connecting each of those data centers is the Pier 1 network, which we believe is a huge differentiator for us that we own and manage ourselves. So our primary products up until the launch of ZuniCore is managed hosting, which is about 50% of our revenue. Right. We have dedicated hosting under the Server Beach brand, and that's about 25% of our revenue. And the balance is co-location and some cloud services. So with the launch of ZuniCore, we believe that we've now got kind of the fourth leg of the stool, to where we can, we've always been a full solution provider, but now instead of just doing private cloud deployments, which we've been doing for a couple of years under the VMware kind of enterprise cloud software, we now have a public cloud solution as well.
A real one-stop shop. So let's end on that ZuniCore note. If I'm listening to this and thinking, whatever Robert's saying, I need to find out more about that, where should they go on the web?
Oh, man, that's too easy.
ZuniCore.com.
ZuniCore.com. We're doing a free trial, 30-day free trial, no charge. We'd love to have people come check us out. We think that the way we're doing it is quite different. The resource pool, the pool and a tool versus the VM. And we're getting great response so far, so we're pretty fired up about it. But yeah, the free trial is ZuniCore.com for all takers.
Quickly, while the offer lasts. Personal invitation there from Robert Higgins himself. Thank you so much for joining us from Pier 1 Hosting, and go check out ZuniCore right now. Goodbye from Silicon Valley.
Thank you.
Thank you.